Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hey girl, welcome back to Woman to Woman. It's a brand new week, it's a brand new day to give God thanks, and we are here basking in His glory. I am so grateful to be here for another episode of Woman to Woman. I feel so proud just to be able to be here one more day that God has seen reason to bring me back. Yes? Now, today's episode, before we jump into today's episode, you know that it is customary that we read a comment from our previous episode. And for today, we have a brand new subscriber to our podcast. And she wrote me to say, I am not a status watcher, so I didn't know you did podcasts. I did subscribe and I will be locked in on this page. Girl, your posted podcast, this has truly enlightened my day. I needed to hear this. Yes, women to women. That is why we're doing what we're doing. And every time I hear this, I am doing the clock that with my fingers. But every time I hear this, it brings about a renewed drive for me to continue on this journey, to continue fulfilling my purpose as God has intended. Now, I told you I am not doing this to make money. Actually not making any money from this, but I am doing this as ministry. This is what God has called me to do, for me to be open to speak about things my experience or not, but to speak about things that is affecting women, and how us women can have honest conversations with each other, and how we can draw closer to the kingdom. So for today's episode, the question or the theme is not theme. We are This is ministry. Yes, this is ministry. So our topic tonight is the crown too heavy? What price are you willing to pay? Is your crown too heavy? All right. So, honest question now. I'm gonna ask you a question, and you're gonna tell me what would you do if you could make 10,000 US dollars this month for the month of June. What would you do with that $10,000? If you could make $10,000 a month, what would you do with it? I'm giving you 5 seconds to decide. What would you do with $10,000 a month? And it doesn't require you to have a qualification. It does not require you to spend a lot of time doing this thing. It's not a skill. What would you do with $10,000 if you could make $10,000 for the month? Time's up. What would you do with your $10,000? All right. So we're gonna jump in tonight's message, and is the question I ask, is the crown too heavy? If you could open your camera right now and just take a picture, upload that picture, and make $10,000 every single month, would you do it? No degree, no overtime, no waiting, just a simple picture. Maybe a picture of your feet, a picture of your content, some on a private page, something a little bit slight. Would you do it? That's a question. More and more, we're living in a world where women are willing to sell pieces of themselves just to survive, just to be seen, or just to feel valuable. And recently we saw where this unravels in the Diddy versus Cassie case. And I noticed something, and I've had this conversation with women in my friend group, as well as women who I socialize with at work. And we all have the same consensus. That could have never be me. I would never stay. For them ask me, relationship done. That could have never be me. I would never do that. Mad? Crazy? Not me, girl. Yes, those were all the responses that I got when I asked the question and when we were having that discussion. But what we notice is that as more stories surface and more women come forward, this is not an isolated event. This is not just one weak woman. These were many women from different backgrounds, different personalities, different stories, all pretty women, but one common denominator. They all did the same thing. And we all have the same question for these women. How could you stay? And the second follow up to that question is this: what does power, money, fear, influence, trauma, and the most important one, survival? What would these things do? And how would far would you go to survive? Because everybody thinks they know what they would do until you are the person who is desperate, until you are the person who is lonely, until you are the person who is broke, until you need that opportunity. And the opportunity that you have been praying for, it comes wrapped perfectly $10,000 a month, but it comes attached to a compromise. So the real question tonight is not if the crown is too heavy, but the real question is, what is your price? What is your price? $10,000 wouldn't do it for you. Would 30? Would $30,000 do it for you, to you? And before you answer too quickly, I want you to understand this. Most people never wake up and decide that I am going to lose myself today. It happens slowly, and it happens compromise after compromise, and silence after silence, and need by need. So compromise by compromise, silence by silence, need by need. Because we're living in a culture now where exposure is marketed as empowerment, where dignity is negotiable, and where access is currency, where the world tells women if people desire you, you are powerful. If people desire you, you can control the narrative. But attention and value are not the same thing. And I want you to remember that. And for the young ladies listening, I want you to remember that attention and value is not the same thing. Um, there's this woman in the Bible, and her name is Vashti. And be if I am mispronouncing her name, correct me in the comment section. So Vashti, this story is very powerful to me because before there was an Esther, there was a Vashti. And the Bible says that Vashti was married to this woman, this man, this king. I can't pronounce his name. Vashti was married to this king, and he was hosting a feast. He was drunk, and an atmosphere filled with his ego and performance and power. And in the middle of this, he requested that his queen, Vashti, make an appearance. Now, many theologians believe that when the scriptures say that she was to appear wearing a royal crown, it implied that she was to appear exposed, naked, undisplayed, and paraded before these drunken men for amusement, wearing nothing but her crown. But you know what Queen Vashti said? Queen Vashti stood on business and she said, "No, not today, Satan." Queen Vashti said, "No." So you understand what it means to stand on business, right? In those times. Do you understand how dangerous that was? This was not modern day feminism, you know. This was not social media courage. This was a queen in a kingdom where saying no to a king means they could have beheaded her. It could have cost her her life. And it did cost her something. It did cost her something. It cost her her title, cost her her position, and it cost her that crown. And that's what makes her so powerful to me, because because she did not keep the crown, because she refused to lose herself trying to keep it. And that is important to me. She chose to let go of that crown. She chose to walk away from that title. She chose to leave this life behind, and she said no. And some of us right now are carrying crowns that are way too heavy for us. Image, status, relationship, and you know, say the man full of red flag, but you're dancing at the carnival. Followers, because you cannot stand to not have that amount of followers on social media, because that is how your worth is tied to your followers. Beauty, because you don't think that you were made in God's perfect image, so you're going to do a little nip, a little tuck, a little this, a little that. Yes. Lifestyle, because you have to parade that lifestyle, because without it you don't have the validation that you need. And sometimes the crown is crushing you because you were never supposed to compromise yourself to wear it. And hear me out clearly. This message is not judgment because I understand survival. If nobody not understand survival, you know I understand survival and what it means to survive. And I understand what desperation can do to a person. And when bills are piling up, when children need food, when life humbles you, compromise starts looking very reasonable. It starts look very easy if you take a feed picture and put it up on OnlyFans or wherever. Yes, it started looking very reasonable for you to take off your dirty underwear and package it and sell it so that you can make some money. Compromise look reasonable because who's gonna know? Who's gonna know that you're selling feed pictures online? Who's gonna know that you are selling your underwear online? Who's gonna know that you're doing all these things? Nobody but you and God. Yes? Compromise look easy and it looks reasonable because you tie it to your survival. So sometimes people don't sell themselves because they're evil. Sometimes people are just tired and sometimes they're just wounded. Sometimes they just want a relief. Sometimes they just want to get out of their current situation. And isn't it so, so sad, my side? Isn't it so, so sad, women? How many women secretly believe that their body is their greatest currency? Honestly, how many women secretly believe that your body, shape good, clean skin, that is your greatest currency. You have nothing else to offer. That there is value. It can only increase when you tie it to somebody and give somebody access to your body. But Vashti teaches us something. A woman's greatest power is not being desired. It is discernment. It is boundary, and it is the ability to say no. No to the money that will cost you peace. No to the opportunities that will violate your dignity. No to the relationships that demand your silence. No to the spaces where your value is reduced to mere entertainment. Because everybody loves a Esther story now. And we preach Esther and we celebrate Esther and we wear the crown. And we spoke about how Esther saved our people and Esther this and Esther that. Yes? And Esther is preached in so many spaces where we talk about women and faith. So many spaces we talk about an Esther, but we rarely talk about the woman who lost hers. We rarely talk about Vashti. She's just mentioned by the sideways. We rarely talk about her because before Esther wore that crown, Vashti had to lay down hers. And maybe that is why her story hurts because many of us know what it feels like to lose something valuable simply because we choose ourselves and our sanity and our dignity and our morals. People will call you difficult when you set boundaries. People will call you prideful when you stop tolerating disrespect. And people will say, you've changed. Lad, you're going like you're better than people. And people will say that you're too emotional. And that is something that most women get tied to being called too emotional. And you're acting out of emotion. Be rational. It's just something. It's just be rational. It's just something and it's easy. And you why you behave so? You're going like you're better than people. Others do it before you. Other women are doing it. What make you feel like say you better? These are the things that people say to you. No. People, women, say no. Woman of God, please hear me. Not every opportunity is from God. Not every platform is purpose, and not every open door should be entered into. Let me repeat that. Let me repeat it for emphasis so that you don't misalign what I'm saying. And if you are at work while you listen to me, or you are cleaning your house while you're listening to me, because I get to understand that a lot of people do that. Not every opportunity is from God. Not every open doors should be entered into, and not every platform. is a stage, okay? Not every platform is purpose, and not everything you must walk in. Some doors are testing. Your desperation, your loneliness, your need for validation, some doors are testing you. And the scary part is sometimes the enemy doesn't destroy you with pain. Sometimes it does it with applause. Sometimes it give you the things that the devil have access to things to. The devil have access to things. Do you remember when he was tempting Jesus? He was saying, I could give you this and I could give you that and I could. Yes, the devil know how to wrap the things them in a cute package. Wrap it up nice, Hello Kitty. Yes, and that is what he will use to rob you of your soul. So the enemy don't need to wrap everything in pain. Sometimes it is wrapped in applause because applause can make compromise feels like success. And I wonder how many women are secretly exhausted from carrying crowns that are too heavy to betray themselves to keep. Queen Vashti, she lost her title, but she kept her dignity. And maybe that made her even more royal than everybody else in that room. Think about it. Some crowns cost too much. Some money costs too much. Some attention costs too much. And it keeps requiring you to lose bits and pieces of yourself. Then maybe it never was from God. Maybe it wasn't from God to begin with. And the strongest thing that a woman can do is not attached to attention. It protects her integrity when intention is offered. Women of God, I want you to listen to me. Pray for the spirit of discernment. Pray for the spirit of discernment. Not all opportunities are from God. Not all open doors are made for you to enter. You are a vessel. You are the prize. Keep, guard your heart, guard yourself, guard your circle, guard who you are. Yes, you want to be successful. Yes, you want to break out a survival mode. Yes, you want to start this great business. Yes, you want to be wealthy. Yes, you believe that this is gonna be your chance for you to grow and become everything that you wanted to be, and it aligns perfectly with the image that you want, this lifestyle that you want. Oh, you want red bottom. Yes, you want the Louis V. Yes, you want all these things. The closet full of clothes. Yes, the big nice kitchen, the husband, the children. So everything that you are praying for, it looks like it is coming. But is it tied to a compromise? Is it tied to a crown that is too heavy? Is it tied to a price that will be slowly stripping you of who you are? Slowly stripping away your integrity, slowly stripping away your morality, slowly stripping away your dignity. Is the crown too heavy? What is the price that you're willing to pay? What's the price that you're willing to pay? Is it too much for you to pray? Is it too much for you to pay that big price? Is it worth losing your soul for? I hope that this message bless you this afternoon. This is the first I'm recording so late. Normally, I would have recorded my message before, but I had to sit with this message before sharing this message because I know a lot of women who are in survival mode, they will come for me when I am here talking about this, and a lot of women who don't know my background, and a lot of women who don't know my story, and a lot of women who have no idea the seasons that I have survived are still surviving now will look on it and say that you are talk from your IRs, or you are talking from a place of privilege, or you are talking from this place that could not understand my circumstances. So a lot of women, they're gonna come for me and they're gonna say things, but it is important that I share this message today. Is the crown too heavy? What is the price that you are willing to pay? Women of God, you do not need to sell pieces of yourself for validation. You do not need to sell pieces of yourself for status. You do not need to parade yourself and your dignity and allow people to use and destroy you so that you can be wealthy. And in the public, you can be living this great, beautiful, wonderful life, but in the private, you are dying inside because pieces of yourself is being stripped away. You do not have to do that. Instead, cast it at the foot of the cross. Yes, cast it at the foot of the cross, man. Go down in sackcloth and ashes and pray. Because if God can ensure that his prophet, his man of God, was fed by birds. Me tell one of my friend the other day, I said, Sashani, let me tell you this. God will make drunkra come feed me before he make hungry kill me. God will make drunkra feed me before he make hungry kill me. God not allow me to be hungry. God not allow me to live in lack. Before hungry kill me and my children them, God will send a drunkra for come and feed me. You think that was an easy thing to say? No. Do you think that it was easy for me to know that somebody gave me the opportunity to do something and I'm saying no, no, that is not for me. That doesn't align with my purpose. That does not align with where my life should be. That does not align with what God has called me to do. No, it was not easy to say that. It was not easy to walk away from such opportunities. But I know that that was not for me. No, the opportunities may be different. Somebody might ask if I wash some money for them. It might not be feed pictures online. It might not be selling your body. But somebody might ask you to wash some money for them. Somebody might ask you to just stash something for them and them give you a change. And you look at it and say, well, somebody might ask you to carry some drugs or carry a bag. You don't even know what is in the bag, but carry this bag to XYZ place. But it looks so good because that's how those opportunities are most times. It looks so good. And people will prey on your downfall and they will prey on your weakness and they will prey on where you are at this point in your life to say that you need this. They know that you're struggling. They know that you're going through something. So you need this. They know that you owe a lot of people. Yes, they know that you're going through something. They know that you are not able to afford certain things. So they will use it and say, yeah, man, just carry the bag here, go around the store and give ropes and boom, bang, bang, and me go boss you. And if you drop this off there, so yeah, I have 150 grand for you. Why? 50 grand for carry one bag? Why? Right? So the spirit of discernment is very important, and that is why I say this every single week. Stay in the word. Read your Bible. And people are gonna come and they're gonna come as your friends. They're coming as familiar spirits. They're coming as your friends. They're coming as family members. They come wrapped in nice, pretty packaging. Pink, purple with the bow on top. But they're coming to destroy you. Pray for the spirit of pray, keep in the word. That is your only weapon. That is your only weapon against the devil and his scheme. And it might not be this kind of opportunity. It may be you are marrying to somebody that looks like it is too good to be true. How can this man really want me? How the man you want me? Oh, not me. This man is wealthy. He has his money. He looks like his life is put together. He is dressed in his Margo suit. Yes? clean and look good. Yes, pretty, good looking man, tall and handsome, dark or light, whatever you like, girl. That's the package that it will come in. And you will look at it and say, him have couple of faults, couple of flag there, but yeah, dancing, we and say, you look too green. It look like it's a red flag. It more look orange. So I go work with it. Yes, and next thing you know, you are trapped in a situation, and you are being silenced by silence, compromised by compromise, and next thing you know, you completely losing pieces of yourself, bits and pieces of yourself. Be a Queen Vashti. Yes. In a world full of women who are saying yes, be a Queen Vashti. Say no. Say no. That price is too heavy. That crown is too heavy. Say no and walk away. And this is where we close tonight. I want to say, God bless you. May his favor rest and abide with you. May your decisions be in alignment with where God has called you to be higher and walk in your purpose. May you continue to bask in his glory. May heaven locate you. May the favor of God locate you. May divine grace and favor find you right now. Wherever you are in your life, on your journey, may you be blessed. May your businesses be blessed. May your families be blessed. May you walk in full purpose and in alignment with the way God has created you to. God bless you. Take care. I love you. You are loved and cherished. Remember who you are. You are the daughter of a king. So, girl, fix your crown. And if it too heavy, and if it is not from God, remove that crown. Remove the crown, girl. If it's too heavy, it is not for you. It should fit perfectly. You are the daughter of a king. God bless you. Until next week. Bye.